What is up, guys? So today we're doing a little bit of a different video. Instead of the normal vlog, I'm gonna kind of do a tutorial about how I travel and how Hailey and I have been traveling as college students. So right now we are seniors in college, so about to graduate next year. So this year we've taken a trip to, over the past 12 months, to New York, Las Vegas, New Orleans, Texas, and then Atlanta, Georgia. We are definitely not the kind of people you'd say are like wealthy college students. We're just normal college students, very poor. These are kind of my tips on how we are actually able to afford those trips. And the first tip is the app called Skip Lagged. Now, Skip Lagged is basically an app, and I'm not sponsored, by the way. This is just an app that I use that basically discovers hidden city flights, and you can pay like $200 instead of like $600 for a flight. So we actually used this app to travel when we went to Waco, Texas. So we paid, I think, like $200 each instead of like $500 for the flight. So basically what it does is it finds flights. So our flight that went to Waco, it basically went from Detroit to Houston, and then from Houston to Kansas City. So instead of going to Kansas City, we just got off at Houston, and we basically missed our flight going to Kansas City. So there's two downsides to this. One is you can't use your frequent flyer miles because if they find out you're skipping your flights a lot, the airlines really don't like this, and they'll ban your account. The second is that you can't bring any carry-on, or you can't bring any checked luggage. If you bring any checked luggage, it's actually going to end up at the actual destination. So if we had checked luggage, it would have ended up in Kansas City. The second is more of a money saver tip that we use as college students, and it's called Ibotta. I just noticed that two of these are apps, but Ibotta is basically a great way to save money on things you're already buying. Basically what it does is you get rebates for items and for shopping at grocery stores or Target or wherever you go, you get rebates back. Something I like to buy is Halo Top ice cream. And Halo Top actually has a deal on Ibotta. Sometimes when you buy Halo Top ice cream for $5, you get $1 back. And once you get to $20 in your Ibotta account, you can actually transfer that money to Venmo, gift cards, PayPal. You can get the money out of Ibotta in a useful way, so it'll go straight to your Venmo or to your PayPal. The third tip that I have is use your friends. Now, don't use them in a bad way, but utilize them to stay places and to travel for cheaper. So for example, Texas. When we flew down there, we have friends in San Marcos, Texas, which is like an hour outside of San Antonio. So basically we landed in Houston, traveled to Waco, and then that night went to San Antonio, and our friend picked us up from the bus stop, and we stayed at his house for like a week. So we got a week worth of staying somewhere for free just because we knew somebody in the area. New York, we stayed with my aunt who lives in Connecticut, so she lives like an hour outside New York City, so we got to stay with her. So utilize your friends to make the trips cheaper. Now the fourth tip I would give, just really quickly, is Airbnb, but everybody knows about Airbnb. It's super safe, super awesome. I've used it so many times, I can't even tell you. It's just a great money saver and a great thing to use. But that's my last little one, Airbnb. I'm not going to go too much into that, but those four tips are basically how Hailey and I have been able to travel to 5 different places in the past 12 months as poor college students. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm open to answering any of those. I'm always trying to help out other people travel and see the world too, because I love traveling. It's just amazing. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one.